So what is Six Sigma? Six Sigma is a disciplined approach to solving problems. It uses data and facts to take defects out of a process. So when you think about a process, it's a step-by-step way of getting something done. You've probably noticed that when products are made or services are delivered, many times you get one result, you do it again, you get a different result. Well, that's variation, and variation causes customers not to be certain about the process. So Six Sigma is a structured approach to reducing that variation by eliminating defects. It does it through a methodology called DMAIC, D-M-A-I-C. Define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. So we first define the problem from the customer's perspective, the perspective of the user. And then once we've done that, we measure and get a baseline. No need of solving anything if you don't know how bad it was to begin with. So we capture data to understand the baseline of performance, the current state. Once we measure it, we then analyze it. So how much is happening within that process? So a lot of charts and graphs and looking at data. So once you define, measure, analyze, now it's time to improve the process. That is going in and looking at what steps could I take for a solution to reduce defects. Only then, after we've analyzed, can we actually talk about solutions. Six Sigma really pushes us to use data and facts and not always rely on just our gut or intuition. Once you've improved the process, you should see considerable gains in the process. Then you are to sustain it. So the control phase is about watching the data, watching the process or the service or product such that we don't return back to that current state. So when you look at Six Sigma, it's a way to eliminate defects and reduce variation so you deliver the same results with high quality each time. We talked about Six Sigma being a structured approach to reducing variation and defects in a process. Well, there's also another methodology called Lean, L-E-A-N. It's just what it sounds like, lean, to get skinny. It's about removing waste from a process. So have you ever noticed year over year you do things and they become longer and longer wait times or longer times to process and get stuff done? Well, that's because waste is creeping in. There are numerous forms of waste. Overproduction, making too much, or overprocessing, putting more steps into a process than actually needed. Wait times, all those things add in time to a process. Lean says, well, if you want to be efficient, then you need to get those out. So what we do in Lean is we map out the process and we look for those forms of waste. Whereas Six Sigma was taking out defects, Lean says, hey, we also have to take out waste so that we get effective and efficient. So that's why you would use both of those methodologies together. Many times you hear it called Lean Six Sigma. It's because we're trying to be efficient and effective all in the same process. So what are the benefits if we use those tools? Some of the benefits are that we get cost reductions. When it takes you less time, less material to do something, you are saving money. That's one of the biggest benefits that you receive. But you also get the ease of doing your work. Who wants to walk into a process and every day we have variation and defects and it takes too long? So it feels better for the users of the process and also the doers of the process. We also can have revenue increases because if you can do things a lot faster, you can fit in more activity during the day. And one of the other benefits is customer satisfaction. They're usually the recipient of our process, and if they're satisfied because they have less defects and it takes a shorter time to service them, they're usually very happy. So Lean Six Sigma, great tools to make sure that we're building efficient and effective processes. If you want to get more involved with Lean Six Sigma, first thing is to notice the things that are around you that need process improvement. So for instance, if you notice that you're using more waste or paper than normal, get involved. It's a way to automate or use less paper. If you notice that things are taking more time than they typically would take, or you're noticing defects and we're not getting the right results, those are all really good reasons to get involved and let your supervisor know that you've noticed some process inefficiencies, and they'll help you figure out how to get training and get a project started.